Oskar Blues Cajun Grill and Brewery started high in the Rocky Mountain town of Lyons, Colorado in 1997. 2 years later, it became a brew pub. 10 years later, it's now home to a lively, bubbling blues show, southern cuisine, and about the best beer you can find in a can. That's right, Oskar Blues cans their award-winning beer in 4 varieties: Dale's Pale Ale, Gordon, Old Chub, and 1050 Stout. A 1-hour trip north out of Denver, Oskar Blues is well worth the visit. And time is of the essence. We are just about to, we're 16 miles from Lyons, Colorado, at which time we should be able to find Oskar Blues Brewing Company. And finally, I got a view of the mountains. It's gorgeous down here. Soon the brewery will move operations to a big new facility in Longmont, Colorado, to meet growing popularity of craft brew in a can.
We bring our grain in through this auger, which is this white tube that comes up here through the building. But it comes in here and gets weighed into our weighted hopper right here. And that's what we call our basic 2-row malt. That is the majority of the malt that makes up for the beer. We go to the top up there and add in what we consider our specialty malts, which give it flavor, color, aroma, all that stuff. And as it's milling in, it gets augered up this tube and comes up here to what we call the mash tun. Comes down into here, mixes with about 150 degree water, that's Fahrenheit, or 170, I'm sorry, and then comes out and into here and mixes with the water and the grain at the same time. And then from that point, we start transferring it into the boil kettle. That connects right here, and as we're sending it over, we're rinsing the grain with 170 degree water. The idea is to get all the fermentable sugars out of the mash. And then all these tanks on the end right here are packaging tanks for the canning line. These first 5 heads purge the can with CO2. We don't want any air in the cans. Air is bad for beer. No oxygen. So then the next 5, it comes down, and the next 5 fill the can with beer. This is the lid on the can, and then it comes through the steamer, steams it from both sides, and ripples it under, and totally seals that thing.
After a brewery tour where I felt like I was just one of the guys hanging out, I settled in for an awesome crab cake sandwich and a pint of Gordon, the brewery's hybrid strong ale. I tried a taster tray of all Oskar Blues fine beers and decided the Gordon, with its boatloads of Amarillo hops and higher alcohol content, would stand up nicely to the full-flavored Crabwich.
So pretty much what we got here is the Dale's Pale Ale, Gordon, which is our Imperial Red Ale, this being our One Nut Brown, and this being our Old Chub Scottish Ale, and the one on the end here is our Imperial Stout.
I think the best thing about Oskar Blues is the atmosphere in the pub. The waitstaff are not only lovable members of the community, they're fun and engaging on the clock as well.
It's wild. It's really unique. It's one of a kind. We're the only brew pub. We are not corporate. Dale, who's the owner, would not ever make it corporate. Nothing really matches. Nothing's in place. It's kind of chaotic, which is what makes it work. It's just, it works, but there's no rhyme or reason. You can come in any day of the week and it's going to be a different story.
If you want to see an American classic microbrewery before it makes the jump to a bigger facility and perhaps a little less ambiance, go to Lyons and visit the folks at Oskar Blues. I'm told they're going to try and keep the little brewery behind the restaurant intact and brewing that beautiful beer that made Oskar Blues famous. Let's keep our fingers crossed. This is Tim for GrizzlyGrowler.com. Thanks for watching.